1 second, I'm just sorting a couple of things. Alrighty then. Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Grumpy Magician, aka Verimwires, and today we're kind of doing an instructional thing, a bit. So, Monster Hunter World is just around the corner for PC. It's coming out August 8th, I believe. So I've had a few people just going and asking about what the weapons are like, which they should use, so I decided to do this series where I'm going to be starting a brand new character and showing off how the weapons work in actual fights rather than just a tutorial. So yeah, this is so each time I'm just going to start off with showing off like this. Decent end game sets. This is my Elemental Ice Sword and Shield. But now, we're gonna hop over, we're going to quit out here, leaving Eric behind, and start our new character. Now the big question is, what are we going to name this new character that we use? Thank you, Rick. Yeah, it's fun to do. Also, it helps me get started on my second character, because being the 100% completionist that I am with things, now that I'm pretty much done with Eric, it's time to start working on my own character. Also, at the moment I have it set to the Monster Hunter language, but if people want I can switch it to English. I know the English voices are pretty good, but I'm just so much more used to the Monster Hunter language gibberish.
Terrier, Manimo fra la Regina, Rabe Rushi, Ya Yura, Tabetri Gide,
Le, Miss Garth, Garufna.
Ah, Tori, Ivana, Le, Misoine.
The little cat just downing a pint. Right, so we're going to be male. Take a look through the quick presets. Let's use that as the basic preset. So that face. Confirm. Skin's an auto shade. Let's see, shall we just make variant? Oh my god. Let's go that. I'm going to go. Nice. Go, nice dark brown. Let's go for those eyebrows. You have some nice soft brows. Again, that brown. About there. About there. Facial hair. Gee, let's change the face. Go. Absolutely keeping that scar. Keep it in that position, but we want it. A bit wider. There we go. Oh, Jesus. Those clothes. And the most important part. That one, I think. Right. Here we are with Varian. Since we've already got Eric. Then we have our partner Palico, who is all about buffing. can get him various tools and gear him up. Let's just... Very shifty cat. Batman. I want it to be a slightly darker hue of that. So that is main. Ah, that's his main hue. There we go. There we go. Default armor, of course, leather. And go. Palico name, Palico name, Palico name. Any recommendations for a Palico name? So I've got Fluffball as my main Palico. In fact, you know what? Let's go Abhorsen. Rocket. Grumpy Cat. Shit, I messed up. It would have been perfect too.
Hey, Berus.
Garuhin lock! All three! Lara. Memory 13 Nucra. Routine Memrak Kadam Rock. Rafatiro. Bedon Kikra. Gardo. Sodre Mar. Memcation to Ashi. Latum As.
Mirava. Garfrak. Lutar Firvik. Lua. Raditi Dara.
ネイニーデーサルアトゥリーホルミガリクルトルーガルフィエニオスーシニュートミーダーナクナリサミレルラスミクトジロン
Yeah, I know it has the additional languages, but I'm just used to the Monster Hunter language because of Freedom Unite and 3 and 4 Ultimate. Just sounds more natural for a Monster Hunter game to me. So. Ah, yeah. Hold on. Oh god damn, I can't change my settings. It's rebound my bloody Y-axis camera controls.
ミス大きめはレア 結空だねレオおレーソン
Alright, this mountain just stood up. So here we have our first monster. The Zora Magnarus.
ローエク釣りに回るなフェイトイラビスティクラ
Somewhere. Thank you for following that. There he is. No problem, Angel. I figured I'll start out today with my personal favourite, my main weapon, and then I'm just going to go through the list in order. Unless I get like a huge number of requests going, can we see this, can we see this, can we see this? If people want, as I say, at the moment this is on a character from scratch, but I do have all the weapons on my other character, so I can show like some fully geared endgame hunts, if people are wanting that as well. For a while, may as well just focus on the stuff they will be doing.
To ストベフズベキシダイエガラモンシーハクソベクハケホニュラディフォオネキダーシーハクスーシシムギキーノレ
Oh, come on, let me get my weapons. Hey, there we go, finally. So first of all, options, autosave, head armor. I'm going to say hide head armor in cutscenes. And in this case, vibration, quest join, also accept subtitles. Turn. That's going to be the one thing I will advise everyone who gets this. Turn off auto sheath. Especially if you're using hammer, you get a power-up state, and that can really get in the way. Camera... Yeah. No. Where's my... Ah, it'll be here, isn't it? X normal, Y inverted. Reticle controls, X normal, Y inverted. Yeah. And then, if anyone wants, I can change the language. So just call out if the Monster Hunter language is getting annoying. Alright. So here we have our first area. This is the ancient forest. You can get all the way up there. If I remember right, that way would be the way I'd usually go, but that's blocked off at the start. I don't have a weapon at the moment, so we're going to use stealth. By hiding in bushes or popping spore puff plants, you can create hidden status. So in combat, your map turns red. When you're hidden, it turns purple, and eventually you'll lose them, and it'll go back to normal. It's pretty useful for when you're trying to fast travel somewhere and a little monster locks onto you. Or just if you need to sharpen in a big fight. Go, hide, start sharpening, and you'll automatically crouch down. Oh. I just checked the track. So slow, Guild Girl. You can keep up. Yeah. I'm coming.
talk.
テグロ
Hey!
So we got a quick look at a couple of monsters, the Great Jagras and the Anjanath. Great Jagras is going to be a basic bitch. Here's how to fight a monster. The Anjanath, though, I believe, if I remember right, is the first stopping point for players. Like the point where people went, okay, this is actually kind of hard.
Kungaro to Haktomi Ada Morej Hashpa Fareli to Astera
レディトゥアステーラ
Shisodore Ojiga Hai Mirata There, Simra. Hra. Laguniterak Numora, Numuremora.
Ega. Fastukute, Sufarna.
流域ホーラス
Oh! Sriutre! La Lagna! Mora Tekinada. Shiri Faraknes.
タハラモベラ
That's all. Teshku Sud, Mutoku Deolak, Kesokureo, Malay. Ukohara Husmalaku. Shisumi Shihaku, Hazam. Let's see, Narama. Huli! Gartza!
Nice. I hope you enjoy it. Speaking of which, I'll give it a shout out now for anyone who's new to the stream. If you check down below, there should be a link to Green Man Gaming, which you can click on. Go through that. They're currently running, I believe, it's 18% off for the main game and 22% off on the digital deluxe version, which gets you special layered armor and the origin set. Layered armor is pretty shiny. It's literally like a glamour you can just put over any armor you get. I believe the one you get with digital deluxe is a samurai armor. Exactly. Oh yeah, if you're signed up you can get an email, they send them out daily, which gives you an extra bit down, like extra bit of discount. Also, I cannot remember, can I change voice in game? I don't think I can. Huh. I was going to switch over to English since I hadn't heard it, but never mind. So yeah, this is Astera. This is the home base you'll be going to between every mission. So down there you've got your shops and everything. You've got the researchers and the farm. And then up here we have the smithy or the workshop. It's where you get your weapons, your armor, your upgrades, all that good stuff. And over there is the canteen.
ヒダエルガオニュダトネ
So in here you've got the armory on the left over here. And talk to just buy weapons and armor you've unlocked. And the smithy who will craft new ones that you can't normally buy.
ほらブローイオビス
So up here's the canteen. And it won't let me swivel my camera around.
More class.
あハニュラー
Aww.
エルクゲーテ
There. Hakelagtown. Lager.
えい
And that horn means it's time to hunt.
メダゼキリハキアクラータニジゾランマグダラウスノラとシソドレエクトルーティメベリ
There's one...
オデジレハデラーラ
I'm probably going to put this Palico in one outfit, which
オガドシラディアイ
I believe I linked around when I made it on my first character,
ねシソドレエミクテミラ
which is cute as hell.
モキオシジメムルメファミ
エミクラ
トゥザツイイラゼビリカゾランマグダラウスモーゲスエガーメムビーシオガラークデイトゥクメムザク
リテシニトゥルティラディセティキメムベシータドラテルシネシルアククーゼメムテミルレダガ
シトラハトルークジニジダーニアラデデ
オリン
イークハースートナグレリトゥオシファダーリペリジャグラステキオシカ
エラユ
モファシスーゼナグスートミーシルト
おいれ。
ヒソドレメリモーケシキメラーグシフクールゼキフィツ
いいが、アニメ。
ルスロークアキーラオレジアケゼートキケダオーリ
So yeah, if it hasn't become apparent, unlike other Monster Hunter games where you're defending a town, in this one you are part of a research fleet. For some reason, all kinds of monsters come to this place, the New World, and we don't know why. And so, we're the fifth of a set of fleets sent out to research the issue and find out just what's going on with all the monsters. And here we have our home.
Alpha Kidaki, Rube Hae.
And now, it's time. So here's where you pick up all your different weapons. At the start you'll be given a basic version of every weapon, so you can go with whatever you want to from the get-go. The only thing would be they only have one of the types of heavy bowgun, so if you're wanting Wyvern Snipe, you'll have to craft that or buy it yourself. But today, we're starting out with the bread and butter combo. The Sword and Shield. Anytime you want to change your weapon, just go and interact with an item box, or even your armor as well. There's the one here, and there are several out on the deck. Also, by talking to that cat, you can go to the training area to practice combos, use items, try out new weapons, try out combinations, that kind of thing. It even has a special dummy you can practice on to see damage numbers. Right. So, first things first, I'm going to talk to you. Okay, I've got a decent amount of potions at the moment. So here's one of the boxes. I want to completely restock items. One of the useful things, so here's your basic items at any point. So say I'm down to 4 of these, you can just press triangle and it puts every item you've got in there to max using whatever you've got in your stash. And if you press the start button, you can set up loadouts of different kinds. So like on my main thing, I think I have like 8 different loadouts. Based on whether I'm capturing, whether I'm not capturing, whether I'm using my light bowgun or my heavy bowgun, so on and so forth. No, I don't need any help. As I'm literally just showing off weapons for people on a new character. I've completed the game and put like 240 hours into my other character. Right, so let's take on our first hunt. So the way it generally works, you'll pick up a hunt. If you're in multiplayer, one person will pick it up and you then go to your handler and hit join. Though, something to bear in mind, if it's your first time through the story mode, there is usually a cutscene you have to trigger before someone else can join you. Here we go. But you'll pick up your quest, everyone will join who wants to, and then go here and buy something to eat. We're, at the moment, my canteen, God, my canteen is tiny. So we'll go 2 reds with meat to get attack up small. Basics of food, you have meat, fish and vegetables. Meat, every 2 of one type you get a bonus. Meat gives you attack up. 2 is small, 4 is medium, 6 is large. Fish is defense up, and vegetables are elemental resistance up. And if you match colours, so like at the moment I'm going to red, you can get special skills which you can see here. It's like Feline Polisher, increase speed up sharpening. So go through and make sure you're getting a good meal suited to your set before you go on a hunt. Right, and as soon as you're ready, head on your way.
嘘でよ。ル、マイガクもあい。クーメケ、ゲクスエイイネラグスラム、ゲス、リジ、ジャグラスポティガース、ビルリニ。ジャグラステ、ルファティシーハク、ウラードトゥルーホ。そう、ベラーディソラ、ララーニ。クーだけ、エランテ、レジモ、ユラハスチョーライ、グザテラメラッシ。ああ。
Every mission, get some supplies here.
あだ。
Don't forget them, you get them in every mission.
ラーク
Now we're into it. So, I guess I should explain Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield is really quick attacking, quick moving weapon. It has lots of combos it can do. Most importantly is that move. At any point in a combo, you can... Shut up. At any point in a combo, you can hold back and circle and do a sort of charged leap. If that hits, you can launch into the air and can do some aerial stuff, which is very cool. Always grab honey, because you can make mega potions out of it. Mega potions, first aid plus. Which I found out lots of people don't know about first aid plus. See? Lots of quick attacks. So I won't be going too in-depth into like combos and what's best combos. For that there are plenty of tutorials. I can though if people want, but this is generally just showing how it goes in a hunt. Sup? Also, one thing worth noting with Sword and Shield, you have that combo where you smash with your shield forwards. Each hit from that does impact damage and so can actually stun monsters. Pretty handy. There we go. First hunt done. Small Jagras down. Let's grab some hides and stuff from them to make some Jagras gear later. And to build up some resources for when we do Greatsword. Because I know for a fact I want the Jagras Greatsword. So while we're here, little insects like these, throw on your capture net, you can just catch them. You can store them at your home and make your place look nice and fancy. So, bright moss. Literally a light that you can fire out. There's all kinds of little things in this game that people miss. Ooh, nice, got an ancient bone from that. That'll save me some gathering later. And so now, with that down, I believe the online should unlock. And we should start getting some big hunts. Nice sound wave. Also, I should probably say, just for the sake of it and transparency and all that, the link does help support me as I'm partnered with GMG. Keston herd getting out of hand.
ソウル
Alright, I have to kill the Kestodons. Voice chat, no.
あらダブルドムディファロイ2種類
Wait, what? Oh, it's just put me into a random online session. Okay. Is this the squad manager? This person lets you create squads to create private instances for people you want to play with. I'm mainly wanting to solo this and not have like too many people join in, so I'm going to go ahead and take the lift up to the gathering hub and make myself a squad that's only going to be used by me. I may add people online, we'll see. Like if I do some online hunts with viewers and that sort of thing. Also, worth noting, it's not like an MMO or anything where if you're in one clan, squad, free company, whatever, you can't be in another. Like, my main character, Eric, is in 3 different squads. And as far as I'm aware, there isn't a limit. So, squad manager. Hi. I'm going to create a squad. Let's use that, and it's going to be a nice blue on a cog background of red. Dark red. And it's going to be called the Grumpy Buggers. There you go. I'll probably change it at some point, but whatever. And now, because I have that, I can go up to a quest thing and just go online session. Create/search for squad session. I'm going to go to my personal squad session. Just because I want to try and avoid doing hunts and then just having people dropping in with like super endgame weapons or being undergeared on a hunt and dying repeatedly. So now
Suck.
No. It's one thing I think personally is annoying. When you start the game and you join, you have to try and join an online session. Like, it's create online session, search for online session, or create/search for squad session. The only real way to do private is like this, to create a squad of just you. Other than just playing offline by disconnecting yourself from the internet, but I'd rather not go through that hassle. Exactly what I was planning to do. Let's say hi. It's worth going through and talking to everyone who has a little exclamation mark over their head. Just because when they get new side quests for you, they will, that will pop up again. I don't want to upgrade this armor. So we've got 4 sets for now. It's worth noting, Monster Hunter World is a lot more chop and changey than previous ones. So whereas in previous ones you kind of had to go for at least most of a full set to get the bonuses because of how abilities and skills worked, now you can just go, okay, that gives me 1 point in that, this gives me 1 point in stealth, I then want the 1 point of attack boost from this, and you can chop and change much more freely. So straight away, I'm going to go ahead and build that bone chest. Because attack up. Health boost could be handy, but I need some ancient bones. Slugger, not too handy on Sword and Shield, because that's KO. Horn Maestro, I'm not using Hunting Horn yet. Entomologist, not too useful. Stealth, Scent Hound, Barbecue Master. Yeah, nothing huge that we're wanting. Maybe this one. So I'm going to go ahead and wishlist that. And then whenever I gather parts that I need, it'll say, hey, you got this thing, you need this many more. Oh, I wouldn't let me use the quest board to queue up quests yet. There we go. So now you can use quest boards from anywhere. There's one by the smithy, one down by the trade yard. She's up at the canteen, and in the gathering hub, where you can actually get multiple people in, you can talk to the guild lasses. Don't think I can do any events yet. Nope. So let's just go ahead and kill the Castodons. And get through to the big hunts. Thankfully, there aren't many of these small hunts. Because you get the small hunts at the start, and then once you start discovering big monsters, you rarely have an assignment to go kill small monsters outside of like optional stuff, which is a huge improvement over previous games.
敵がリーダー。
ラーク
Since I haven't eaten, I guess I'll show off rations now. Rations, quick, one use unlike meat, and they put up your stamina by 50. Usually you have to use like 2 and you're at full stamina. This time, we're killing Kestodons. Hey friend. Oi, stop it. Also, handy thing worth noting. So by holding L1 you can access your shortcuts here.
So
If you use the whetstone to sharpen your weapon through the shortcut,
Benny
no matter what class, you don't actually have to sheath your weapon to do it, and will come straight back out with it in hand.
Kutebe To
Right. Next set of Kestodons is usually down here. So you can swing from vines, because why not?
Zeho
So, I want to capture a bird. Any more flying around? Oh, another good thing. Wiggly leeches. Stamina use down. Handy and easy to find all over the place.
Benny
Ouch. Also, handy thing, after like launching, so whenever I launch I do like 3 hits here with triangle and then 3 circles. Those triangle hits can turn you in any direction you need to face. So, hey, birds. Mine. You mind? Mine.
So Kestodon Hashirashi Ra Semi Moi Kuda
Grab a bit more Kestodon stuff. Can probably see about making some Kestodon armor. What are you wanting?
Mo Kestodon ni Miyu
Right.
ネレ
So I guess it's time for us to
デガニュエステルラドスジャグラスフォーソ
take down the Great
セ
Jaguars.
ルファネラドスジャグラスゼイガレクレーフ
Sharpen up. Pop first aid to heal.
ラーク
Where's that footprint gone? There it is.
ミキナメニミミホゲレシュラクナハオムトイクエマニハモアスシトソイダミメデシュシガスメキメキ
Fresh wiggly lychee here. Some blue mushrooms. Go for a swim. Ooh, nitro shrooms. Handy. Be using those to make some bombs later. There he is.
イクメケモリエヒダドスジャグラスユルスシゼネラトゥダ
Right,
ドトゥルエル
let's
ラ
take him on. And mounted, because Sword and Shield verticality is godly. And should be going down. 1, 2, 3. Again, those first two hits do impact damage, so I've already stunned them. Let's see, is there anywhere I can run off here? I want to show off the running attack. Can I run off you? Nope. Ooh, what I can do though is grab this red pit here.
ラガリタリアセイ
Hey buddy, come attack me. Right here, right here. Bit further, bit further.
ガリタストリング
Bosh. With that, I keep on hitting more. So one very cool thing, if you press triangle circle, you can do that charge. Do it as an edge, and you do a special leaping attack, both going up and down wedges. So pretty handy. And down. Come on, how am I not in range to get to that? So like right here. A special run up the ledge and jump.
ドトゥルトムドク星茎ライ
Ancient bone, come on. Boo. Alright, let's carry on after him. Especially at the start of the game, you want to be just gathering everything you can. So let's grab those ants for my personal collection.
Imekali Talila, Lo Olekuda, Miratumi.
Where is he? There he is. Broke your face. Shield slam. Stunned again. We even got him to drop a special ammo. 2 special ammos. Piercing bolts. And there's that avalanche mounting attack. Or aerial attack rather. And 1, 2, oh, okay, or he could just go down. I'll take it. Fuck off. Yes there is. I'll show it in a second. There's a sharp here. 3, 4. Oh. Oh, he's running away. I'm still in combat with the small giants. There. Where's thingy? There we go. Yeah. Quickly mine this. Yeah, so if I go here, go to item pouch. Here you have all your supplies, your ammo, and then materials you've gathered over the course of the hunt. So you've got plenty of room for gathering and supplies as well. You don't have to balance the two anymore. Right, where's he run to? Is he in the caves? Oh damn, he's capturable already. But we don't have any capture tools at the moment. Of course, later, once we've got some bombs, we won't be waking him up with attacks, because there is a fun thing called the sleeping modifier. When a creature is asleep, say you've knocked it out with sleep elements, or it's fallen asleep due to low health, you can go and attack it and wake it up with an extra damage modifier of, I think it's like 1.5 times. So it gets to the point, rather than wanting to just stab it, you put down bombs on its face and blow it the fuck up. Because, you know, why just stab a thing when you can explode its everything?
Meek.
Mira. Niwaku. ムガトル。メリーク・デルラーナ。ライクムデラ。ラトルビシノシグライザー。
メルダソラマグダラオス。
マレラムクルーガ。テフリ・ザハルラ。ゲニュー。
Stoic nod. Can't wait for the Behemoth quest so I can get my Dragoon armor and truly be the Warrior of Light, nodding in response to everything. All that good stuff. Can't help but feel all you do is nod. Do you ever show any emotion? Ops.
歴史日誌。
I want to see what I can do in terms of upgrading my sword, because it is weak. So, handy thing, right click here, you can sort things. So there's all your weapons and armors. You can just hit equipped to see whatever you've got at the moment. I'm probably going to go this one. I could go this route, I believe. Great Jagras is down here. That's Toby. I think this is the Pookie Pookie, which I might go this route for poison weapons. So let's go ahead and upgrade our sword touch. Yeah. So, armor. Keston gloves give me affinity sliding. Not bad. I'm not going to be sliding around too much, and I just generally don't think that's too good a skill. Keep this. I'll go rally. Fortify might be good for now. Speed crawler meh. Yeah, I'm going to pick that up for Fortify. Until we can get some better stuff. Hey guys. How's it going? Speak to provisions manager. Back to the trade yard. Yeah, not too bad. Day's been decent. Did some events on Eric and then got this series started. Right, I don't want any of that yet. Don't think I have the stuff to make any traps yet. Boomerangs I've literally never used. Binoculars can be good. Just box a couple of large barrels for later.
Saka. Ek.
That's them telling me about capturing. This is the research dude. I've just started a new character. Like, I've got 240 hours on my main character. But I've started a new one so I can just demonstrate a couple of the weapons on monsters people will start out facing. Because it's all well and good seeing someone fighting, say, a Diablos. But a lot of people... There are a fair few people who gave up before getting to that point. You know? I want to put reorder you. Put you all the way, and put you all the way. Cool. Provisions. Ah, my investigations and bounties, people.
B, Gilu. Eddie.
There we go. Let's pick up some bounties. Bounties are what were the optional quests in previous games. As you're just going around hunting, you can keep ticking them up, so always have like some large monster stuff going, because then any large monster you beat or capture, you know, will contribute to that. So we've only got Ancient Forest at the moment, so we'll pick that up. May as well just grab the full set. It can get you money, research points, armor spheres, that sort of thing.
Omato, Hashi Hakura, Otaogi Rera, Dimeno Mi, Iha today, Udi Ayu, Loa Amo Shishio, Orara Di Giraku.
Let's go discover all the camps. Phone's dying. Oh yeah. I'm just thinking of going at it fresh. Come on, hurry up and load. There we go. So it's well worth, when you unlock a place, go through, find all the campsites. Just hop into expedition mode and hunt them all down.
Toho, Luimetri, Duturumui, Ikirara.
逃げたスリトゥルーリラナイハユダラモニルポキスニュシホゼホ
So, my field is the Grimalcanes. So Grimalcanes are palicos you can find out in the wilds, and by becoming friends with them, you can unlock new tools and stuff for your palico to use in battle. All you have to do, track them down, and complete like a quest or interaction with them. Like, one of the sets of them is literally go find the others that got scattered around. And there's one which is hunt these two monsters at the same time, that sort of thing. We want to head up through here to this nice little opening. Up along this path. Just climb up this wall and through here. And here we have what's probably one of the most used camps in Ancient Forest. Give me those butterflies. So that one is right here. Next we're going to run around and up this way. More footprints. Thank you. There's a Poke here. Alright, the Grimalcanes are nearby this spot. Adamant seeds, very handy. That's gonna get us some armor drugs later. Because remember, winners use drugs. I mean, what? Ah, yes, thunderbugs. Give me those. We'll be making some shock traps out of them. Where's the thing here? Still further south. Large doodles? Where? And down below. Yep, they were. And second camp. Up here along this tree. Climb up this vine. And this is the one they want you to go for the cutscene, because introducing the Kulu-Ya-Ku. He's a simple one.
きつい意地話くしむれ
か
Right,
ネドアザウ当時ガネルファシハクメム
so, I guess we're hunting this thing now. Right, at any point you can open up your map and just hover over something, click in the right stick, and it'll set a waypoint that your scout flies will guide you to. Whether that's a monster, an item you need, anything. Ooh, red pits. Those will be useful for this guy. Actually, here, grab a red pit, shoot one of these fruits. Scatter nuts. Much better. Oh, come on. Yeah, for the launch to actually work, you need that slice at the end to hit. Which on small monsters like this little shit can be annoying. Give me your face. I want your feathers. Hi, Anjanath. Do you mind not walking? I'm trying to kill us. Oh, my defense is shit. Heal me. Give me that. Okay, bye. Give me that as well. Okay, bye for real. Actually, pop that just to fuck with that. So, eat a couple rations as we go. We do not want to fight an Anjanath yet. Considering he hit me once and did like 75% of my health. Oh boy. Oh no. Nah, let's just stick to our feathered friend here. So, handy thing, whenever he picks up that rock, his stuff will bounce off it. So just shoot him with some arrow, and he'll drop it. Which, unlike every other class, Sword and Shield doesn't need to sheath its weapon to do that. Oh yeah. Give me your face. One, two, down. Ah, missed his face. you run from me? Ooh, antidote herbs. Thank you. Get back here! I need to beat your face in. More wiggly leeches, cause... Oh, they don't count towards entomology. Never mind. Sharpen up between hunts. Or between spurts. Go. Drop that. And mount it again, because... Yeah. God, does it feel good to mount on Sword and Shield. So much verticality, so much mounting. And I haven't even shown off its best mounting move yet. Because it has... There was a special thing added in the world of... There are certain bits of terrain that you can run up. And... certain classes will have, like, dashing moves. So, for example, on Sword and Shield, if you're moving and attack from sheathed weapon, you do that. Or just pressing triangle or circle, you do that. Do it into a ledge, you do this jump and attack. But if you do it into a runnable surface, which I don't think there's any around here, you will first run up the surface, and then do like this cool plunging attack, which does lots of hits as it goes, and can do a crap ton of mounting damage. God damn it, stop picking up rocks. So. Ooh, rare gather. Yep, fuck off, I'm trying to gather. Drop that. Are there any runnable... I want a runnable surface I can show this off on. God damn it. Just vehement on avoiding them. You can usually tell if the surface is runnable because it will have like mushrooms running up the side. I'm down. Chaos, please. Thank you. And then, since we're still on expedition, while we're here, I'm going to quickly go grab the Grimmel Canes, I think. And see if we can get access to the final camp. Because that's up the same way, if I remember right. More Mega Potions, thank you. This is the entrance. Oh right, it's up here. Yes, Thunderbug. Please, thank you. And kitty cat. Oh, don't you run from me. Oh. Yep, thank you. The camp is just back there on the left. Oh, in fact, here it is. It's taking us straight to it. Grab these. Final camp.
耳ね。リスキニリ、リツレス。
So he comes up here. Are you kidding? I went too fast and overtook him. God damn it. Come on, cat. I just want to be friends and take your tool. That's all. What business do you have with bug trappers? You're on an investigation. We could really use your help. How to become friends? You wish to become a member of the bug trappers? And the other one wants us as well. Amiasa is the bravest fighter in the whole research commission. You're on fleet of foot and know the forest paths. I suppose you're qualified. Very well. We welcome you into the bug trappers. And that gets us the flashfly cage. So now we can go and equip our Palico with that. So he can put down flash flies to flash monsters. And when it levels up, he can put down shock traps. Which is very handy for capturing and for taking on those really jumpy bastards. Nothing like facing something that moves about quickly and just going, nope, trap. Sweet, new camp, and what do I need to bring you to build the others? Cool, done. So we have Forest Camp 8, the most useful one. Then Anjanath Pelt and Monster Bone Large for that one. That's going to be a while. Let's do that for some more meat. Ah, now we have investigations. These are how we're going to be grinding monster parts. They are super handy. And what's I want us to do? Speak to the commander. Evening, Chief.
Eriku.
エミーキクールネスソドレ上ジガラクーム
ユリナ
Cool. No. Why do I have to go talk to her? I don't want to talk to her. She's weird. Right. Give me this new quest then. Puki Puki. Puki Puki is usually over near Camp 11 to start with. And right there is why we go ahead and unlock as many camps as we can from the get-go. Deliver 20 gourmet shroom caps to increase the thing. Yeah, I'll do that off stream. I'll focus on just killing stuff on stream because Sword and Shield gameplay. Let's put those away, put those away. So that's a point. I now have shock bugs or thunder bugs, so yeah, if I pick myself up some trap tools, I can start making some traps. We get some traps. We get some tranquilizer bombs. Do you sell tranquilizers? No, you sell trank ammo, but no trank bombs. You suck. We'll hold off on making traps then. Right, let's go kill Puki Puki. This will be probably going to grind this one a bit so we can get the Puki Puki sword and shield, because poison damage is lovely. And I can't actually remember whether or not the Rathian weapon upgrades into that. Nope. Right, so where are you, you poisonous bastard? Ooh, Power Toad. Mine. Okay, there's neither here. Let's go check up north. Oh, ah. Yeah, there he is. What's up, bro? So keep walking and drop me a couple more tracks, will you? Yeah, do that. Spit on that wall. Gather that spit. There we go, fully leveled. Sup? This guy has a cuttable tail. So seeing as we're bladed, we are absolutely going for that. Usually I'd say triple strike should always be on the head, but extra damage for the tail is always good. You want to cut. Thank you. Oi. Oi. Settle down. Oh, I mounted him. I had to look away because my phone buzzed at me. There we go. This one's going to be close because I lost a load of stamina. Ah, there's a run-upable wall. Give me this cut. So these are the walls I'm talking about. So if we just get him to come over here a bit. Come on. Oi. Over here, I said. Come on. Ouch. God damn it. Just... there we go. Pop that. And I'm just going to quickly shove that because I'm a yellow. That's that good green. Tail cut. Come on, I can get it, I can get it. Mine. Damn it. Okay. Restock by grabbing another load of scatter nuts. And away we go. Yeah, generally, with Sword and Shield, you want to try and get as many mounts as you can. So now with the changes to its charge attack, the only thing that's more up in the air than it is an insect blade, pretty much. So you can pair it really well with stuff like Mountain Master and so on. I can hear something live, but I don't know what it is. Oh, it's a Jackals. apparently clipped his wings there. Hey, mounted again. See what I mean? So many mounts gives so many aerial-based attacks. To his face. Bosh. Glorious sword and shield. You don't have to put away your weapons and use slinger bombs. Or slinger pods. So you can just stop things from running away from you with these. Too far away. Damn it. Still though. Good little spree against him. Where is he running to? Managed to trip him. That's the thing. On Sword and Shield, generally aim for the feet. Aim for the feet and the tail. Tail kills slashing weapon for a cut. Feet you can get almost constantly, and if you hit it enough you can break the feet and trip it, giving you even more openings to start jumping about and just dicking on it. Okay, poison sacks, armor spears, not ancient bone, dismount scales. Now, I'm hoping I got an investigation for him there, because I'm probably going to have to farm him a bit for the weapon.
Soru.
So you're in charge of the Wild Spire Waste. And we've got enough to make the bone helmet. More armor spheres, please. Thank you. Let's go honey and bone pals. And then up to the workshop.
Oh,
So shield. Give me this. So I need shell, sack, and what might that be? It's not Macalite. It wouldn't be Carbolite so early, surely. I guess we'll stick with this weapon until we find out what that is. Caluset, fire resistance, stamina surge, pro transporter, item prolonger, critical eye. Generally, decent looking set. Very deserty. Puke, Spore Puff Expert, Item prolonger, poison resistance, poison attack will be good for us. And very sort of camouflagey looking set. For now, we're going to grab this for the health boost. Soon we'll get the equipment I want to put you in. Soon. Now... guess I'll just carry on until we find whatever that ore is. Because, for the life of me, I cannot remember what comes after Macalite until, like, Carbolite and so on. That's not for a couple of zones. That's not going to have any chance of triggering, so I guess we'll go with this one. Welcome to the second zone, the Wildspire Wastes. Killies! Smack. Thank you. Kelby horn. You get back here, get back here. Give me your horns. Kelby liver. Warm pelts. Mine. Gimme. Warm pelts are used in a few early game hours, and the Kelby horns are used in a couple of crafting bits and pieces. You guys so slow. Spider. Bitterbugs. Bitterbugs are hugely handy for making a couple of crafting things. To the point that they're probably my most used item in like a later end game item sets. Flashbug. Oh, actually that's perfect that we've just gotten that. Because that is going to come in real handy.
Hola, Lunio.
So put your goddamn back into it and speed it up. Honey, thank you. More Tuscan fruit for research stuff. There he is. One of the staple monsters. Jumping Jaggy's a ruffian. Bring it! Fuck distracting it. Oh wait, I've still got my capture next up. Again, go for the feet, try and get a trip. Down on the ground. Also, Storm Shield privilege, able to fire a sling without sheathing, so do it. Especially on like Rathians and flying enemies. Flash pods are so useful. And there's a trip because we went for the ankles, so we can go back to slapping its tail a bit. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Over there.
風ディオスータラ
The holy light.
They're off currently measuring the rock, I think. Ouch. Oh, my sword bounced off because Come on, give me that. Give me this. Moggets, heal yourself up. If you can, heal me too. Oh shit. I got slapped.
スララームステ
Why are you here?
キナーでティフゲシュ
Hey, I can actually get this stuff now. Good. I didn't heal because I really didn't want to use my actual healing stuff. Until later, later on we'll get a farm that allows us to just constantly mass produce certain items, such as what we use for potions. Till then, I don't want to use too many like items, if I can avoid it. Moss wine.
アダマグダラオス大軍ゲッシ
No, I have a Rathian to hunt. I don't have time for your fucking insignificant rock. I want to go up this way and round to the right. Let's quickly sharpen
マ
up
グダラ
before
オ
we
ス
fight them.
大軍ゲッシ
Tail, please. Keep on mashing away.
アダマグダラオス大軍ゲッシ
And down. Hey, tail cuts. You can keep pinging me as much as you want. It's not going to make me actually come over there. Ooh, that flip does damage.
アダマグダラオス大軍ゲッシ
I'm gonna get poisoned because of this. Antidote. There you go.
マグダラオス大軍月始
Just right on the edge of this poison. Let's grab that tail calf. Ooh, shinies. Do those. Yes, yes, I get it. I get you're incredibly fascinated. You really want me to see it. I quite simply do not care. So hey. We've got one of these spots. A couple of these spots. Oh, come on. Stop running away from me. There we go. Because huge mounting patch. Oh, Mogget died. And stunned. And since his face is a bit broken, we're gonna go for the wings. Break those two. Don't think he can actually do fireballs at the moment. See how many hits that did, and that was on the really fucking thin wing. You get full body hits, you can get so much from it. Now I want to break your back. Oh, nice and sharp. Stop that. Ouch. Where's it going? Where's it going? I'll chase this bastard down. Oh, I think... Yep, he's just flown over to where they are. This may activate a cutscene. Damn it! I didn't want a cutscene, I wanted to kill the Rathian. Just let me hunt. Barroth isn't nothing. Been fighting a fucking Rathian all this time. Scatter that. Yes, go hide in the Rathian cave. I'll take care of this guy. One second, mate. I get you on the tussle. Just give me a moment. Yep. The Rathian is currently close to death, so I'm gonna go kill him first. Back in a bit. Let's go. Trip, go for the wing. Back, come on. I want to break his everything. Yes, worth pointing out, because we cut off his tail, that flip no longer does poison. So it's worth selectively cutting off certain parts first, breaking certain parts first. If you break his wings, it takes him longer to get into the air to do his flip attack. If you cut off his tail, it means he can't do poison damage with that. If you damage his face and exhaust him, he will stop doing fireballs unless he enrages. So there's the back break. There we go. Rathian down. Now we'll go ahead and sharpen up, and we'll go kill the Barroth. Ooh, rare wing talon. Also, I believe there are some mineral deposits here, so I can check for like new minerals. Are they down there? Ah, these bone piles. Okay. Back to the Barroth. Mining outcrop. Oh, was there a mining outcrop back here? Ah, there it is. Need this new ore to upgrade my sword. I need to find out what it is first. He's going for a right wander, isn't he? Oh, actually, sleep herbs. Give me that. They used to make some tranquilizers, so they're actually useful, considering we can't buy them at the moment. You just gone to take a nap. Wake up! Also, I want your tail as well. You're angry that I interrupted your sleep by stabbing you in the face. Come over here a bit so we can fight on dry land. Or you could just stay out there. Sure, whatever. Get through his legs in time. Sharpness went down, so I keep bouncing off him. Ew, Water Blight. Water Blight is not nice. Slows down slows down your stamina regen. That's on that one. Should put him close enough. Ah, just short. Yep, got the mount again. And round two of that. 2 and stab. Get back here. Who said you could leave? Don't you run from me, coward. Ouch. That was not very nice. But you know what? Come over here for a second, mate. Yes. I have an idea. I need to wear him down a bit further first. Ow. Mega potion. There we go. No. No, 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 no. No, no, no. There we go. Wake up. Back over this way. Come on, come on, come on. Follow me. Yep, yep. Ow. Come on, keep going this way. Come on. There's a friend over here I want you to come play with. Should be somewhere around here. Alright. Come over towards me. Right now. One. Two. Oh, come on. How does that not count? Bullshit. Fine. I'll just kill you. Stop that. What? Hey, tail cuts. Take it. Fine. I tried to capture it. He wouldn't let me. That's no fair. So I guess we'll just kill him. So, one hunt. We got Rathian, Rathian tail, Barroth, and Barroth tail. Speaking of which, where is that tail? Is it? There we go. Now, let's see if we can show the most adorable thing about this place. Look at him, he gets a little boat. Aww.
Ilatra, Svebo Garso, Texatoa, Tirank. Ja, Nekikurax, Zivaratsuka Hadiri.
ルーガミスライシソドレシュライクードジークナーガメプテクターがピラトラークジゲリスとはメダノいがてデラギになくたラディライミエアミレウカテリオウンベリラメベルスーラオラシュローニスルアートラシゲルがいくれら麦つくおのにおけるニューイロオイジデスラルドエベルセーソーラゾスーラにレエラマトキーラやポアハイガチデミヘドゲガンニスラクタ水の幕のルーラタトゥイが魔王
おつるて
Barroth parts. And we get some extra Rathian stuff from the Rathian we killed. Oh, including a Rathian plate. Rare drop right off the go. I'll take it.
Miga.
We know more about our target. Since you've left, we've been charting all the evidence we've collected across the continent. Scholars think they'll be able to pinpoint Zora Magdaros' location soon. Until then, seems like Scholar got separated from his escort. We need Fifth to go find him and guarantee his safety. Separated while collecting evidence in the Wildspire Waste.
Radi Shiramutra. Menu.
So, you are going to purchase a set of trapdoors into the box. And now... Ah, come on. This should unlock soon, right? Chapter next door starts from eternity takes his fieldwork way too seriously. Stop. He wants us to capture Kuliaku. Instead, we want to do this to rescue the guy who got separated, because I believe this is a Giratidos, and this should unlock the farm, which we really want to get, because that will help us keep our items fleshed out and keep a full pouch. I think this will be the last hunt for today on the Sword and Shield. So, let's make it a good one. You go away, you go away, you. It's really fun. It's my main weapon and has been since 3 Ultimate. So I started Freedom Unite with the bow, and switched to Hunting Horn, then to Hammer. Went into 3 Ultimate with Hammer and ended up falling in love with the Sword and Shield instead, and it's been my main since then. 4 Ultimate, this. Like, on my main character, I have an elemental set with each element sword for every single element and status to suit the job. Hey, Nullberry's lovely. It's definitely really fun, and also just weapon I'd recommend for people new to the game. So it's a good one to start out with so that you can get used to how it works and how combat is and how the monsters move around. Let's grab us a bug trapper. I guess some flashfly cages and such. Ashberry. Oh. Ah. We have our first introduction to the Nergigante. Some Barroth tracks. May as well grab these for research. Because we need to re-level our research on everything. Bareth. Hey, some more No Gigante talons. Sup, bruh? Yep, this is a fresh character, because I'm doing a stream each day, showing off the different weapons in some actual gameplay against like early monsters that new people would actually be fighting, rather than just going, here's me fighting something way further in, with hugely overpowered armor, you know? Also, just because being the completionist I am, I need to get all armors on both female and male character. Obviously. Because that sounds reasonable and sane, doesn't it? I don't have any now, by the way, but if you have sling pods there when he's doing that, go ahead and shoot him while he's doing it, and this will just interrupt it and knock him on his ass. Oi. Oh, god damn it. First aid. Now allow me to introduce your most useful tool, Superman Dive. Any point. A few people just think that's a standard dodge, slightly different animation. If you sprint away from a monster and do a dive, you will do the Superman Dive, which has complete invincibility, the duration of it. So, like, there are some very big hits later on where like, oh damn. I've got a fair amount of time sunk into mine, but I haven't got too high a hunter rank. I think mine's 80 something, 83 maybe, at 250 hours. Get over here. I was hoping to set that off before he hit me. Carried on through. Alright, Gajo, fuck up. Bug Trapper. Wait, what happened there? Did the Bug Trapper somehow put that in there? I think the Bug Trapper is putting shock traps on Blizzard somehow. Holy crap. I've taken a few breaks from this now because of like playing FF, raiding, that kind of thing. But I've had it since release. I pre-ordered it and just went ham on it when it came out. And then kept on going back to it for a bit at a time in between like the various games I was streaming and playing through. Oh, fucking Power Toad. At least I somehow ducked underneath that. Jesus. Give me your face. Flash fly cage back there, handy. Agreed. Definitely, especially with something like Monster Hunter. Grinding for parts can get really tiring if you're just constantly doing it. Hold on. Over here. I'm going to go quickly pick up a couple of things. In particular, this parashroom, this parashroom. Go crafting list. As I said, the Bug Trapper's putting down shock traps. So I'm going to just keep a couple of these on hand since it's capturable now. And if the chance arises, and the Bug Trapper puts down a shock trap in time, I'll absolutely capture this bastard. My first capture of this character. First of all, let's go wake him up. He was a lot lower than I thought. Whoops. I always have this issue. I accidentally kill them because they're lower than I'm expecting. God damn it. Yeah, to be fair, I didn't have any shock traps on me, so it was just a case of if the Bug Trapper puts them down, so I'm not too hurt by that. Right. And this should hopefully unlock my farm so I can start mass producing some items. Be very handy indeed. As I apparently tried to drown myself. The fuck? Hey, that gave us plenty of thunderbugs as well. So if we can get the farm, there are two big things I'm going to be using the farm for. Well, three big things technically, since they're the ingredients. Might seeds, adamant seeds, bitterbugs. Because those three go towards making demon drugs, armor drugs, and if you can get some nourishing extract, mega versions. And dear god, do those add up when you use them right. Endgame, you want to be taking one of each and popping one of each pretty much every hunt.
Ohada, Ruta. Moda Ishireda.
Liri. Snaki, Detu Hodara.
Kakioda. Omuto Meberish Sonore.
Uyu.
Numi, Etra Lumi Zashira. Shira, Anjanaf. Turiku, Mikiri.
So. Ku, Anjanaf, Shiakure.
Mif, Keide Hagaktu, Ga, Oriritoki.
La, Dara. Lo Newton.
Lini.
Ada, Zoran Magdalaus, Kedo, Uri.
And that's just saying, hey, this fuck off massive Nergigante might be near. Think you could kick its ass if it turns up. Yes, the farm.
Nasro.
So you're trying to develop some tools, specialized tools for hunters to be exact, something we'd like to make standard issue. Toby Kadachi is thwarting our efforts.
Yeah?
Oh, will you not let me open this yet? Ah. Hmm. See, what do we have? So next would be Toby to get that unlocked. Anjanath and then Zora. And let's go ahead and shock traps, many as we can. Right. Let's see, you've got Toby, Anja, and Zora.
Na.
I'm wondering, what do you reckon? Should I take care of those now? Or tomorrow? Because I think tomorrow I'll be doing another stream, and we'll be focusing on Greatsword for that one. I'm wondering if I should call it here at 3 hours, or quickly smash Toby, Anja, and Zora. Because I think it's just those three. Yeah, fuck it, let's go for that. Toby Kadachi. With Toby, we want to be at Camp 11. Oh, actually, new armors. Actually, fuck it, we should be fine with this armor. Jura and Bareth, not really too good for what we're doing at the moment, for what we're rocking at the moment. Also, apologies if you can hear that siren. Apparently the police are coming.
スケメだ。ティフェガキシ。あ、メホティフィル。ユケハ、ユゲラーギ。ユゲザ、ユゲタシ。ソクシ。
Oh wait, I remember where he starts. Lychee. Yep, he's all the way up in the special nest area, if I remember right. For the first time you meet him. It's up here around to the left. Should be here. There we go. Area for us because it has all kinds of runnable surfaces. I mean, that fancy multi-hit move I was talking about can just be spammed out. We would just not move, that is. Can I hit him here? Oh, come on! Stop turning, you little shit. Fine. I'll do this the normal way. Give me your head. Thank you. believe that helps with some of his electric tail whip attacks. Nope. Go. Give me your face. One, two, stab. He's just hustling off. Ow. Thank you. He's charged. Now he does a lot more damage, and he can do shock damage, which can paralyze you if it builds up. And he's already almost dead because we're just too good. And since he's coming up this way, I'm just going to pop this here. Go 1, 2. And there's our first capture of the game. Ba-ba-da-bam, ba-ba-ba-bam, ba-ba-bam-bam. All right. So I think I'm going to end today's runs there, now that we've got the farm unlocked, because this is super useful and everyone should abuse the hell out of it. So I'm going to throw these in here for some extra potions, mega potions, and so on and so forth. So we're going to farm some herbs for some potions. And fertilizer. Yeah. So yeah, I think that will be all for today's stream. This has been the Sword and Shield session. tomorrow I'll be back probably around the same time, more or less, with Greatsword. We'll be taking on Anjanath. I'm going to keep the VOD on here, and I will probably see if I can get someone to upload this on YouTube as well. But yeah. Thank you all for watching. I hope I've helped. If there's any questions, feel free to ask in this stream or the next stream or whatever. And if you're just wanting to pick up the game for yourself, it's currently on deal over at Green Man Gaming, the PC release, having 18% discount on the base version, 22% discount on the digital deluxe version. You can find a link to it below the stream in the description. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. I've been Grumpy Magician. This has been Monster Hunter World: Sword and Shield. I shall see you tomorrow. Bye.